The fact is, stop trying to act as if only white men are the ones that are capable.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Gabriel back with another episode of the Reality and Denial Show. This show focuses on uncovering the truth about racism in America, white privilege, systemic inequality, basically sharing the black experience in a society that still deals with racism today. Today we back with a video, and it's of my girl, one of the Avengers of the house, Jasmine Crockett. Y'all, she had to enter into the ring once again. Them three letters came back up, y'all. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, them three letters, D-E-I. Them three words, diversity, equity, and inclusion. She ready to fight. She ready to fight for it. And I totally appreciate it. DEI is the new N-word for MAGA. For what they portraying to black people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They just shifted from the N-word to saying DEI now. So DEI is the new N-word for MAGA to use against black people. That's what it is. And the tragic situation that's happening in California with the fires, instead of focusing on the people that are losing their memories, losing their houses, losing their lives, MAGA chooses to focus on blaming DEI once again.
You might have recall a news story from last year. There was some interest in the fire departments and the firefighters in California, and the interest was that there were too many white men who were firefighters, and we need to have a program in California to make sure we don't have enough white men as firefighters. So we have DEI, we have budget cuts, and yet I'm wondering now, if your house was burning down, how much do you care what color the firefighters are?
This is crazy. Just like the New Orleans situation with the guy in the pickup truck. They wanted to blame DEI in that situation. Now we're here with the fires. People are losing their life, losing their memory, their houses, but no, we don't focus on none of that. They want to focus on DEI, if somebody is qualified. Jasmine Crockett was on the discussion with Abby Phillips on CNN, and Scott Jennings had made a remark on the discussion saying something about there was a news article years back and about the fire department, and it was basically saying that they had too many white men in the fire department and that they needed to put programs in place so they didn't have so many white men as firemen. And of course he started talking about DEI, which DEI has nothing to do with this situation that these people are going through. So I don't even know why he even brought that up. Basically, there was some talk about the LA fire leaders being a woman, possibly a person of color, you know, so of course he brought DEI into this and basically saying they're unqualified to handle the situation and that DEI is the cause of this and what those people are going through. No. You know, he doesn't want to admit the climate change or anything like that.
Are we really blaming the fire department? The people in the LA fire department.
No, I'm blaming the Democrats who run the state.
No. But the fire department right now, they are dealing with a historic fire. Okay,
and they have terrible leadership.
That is caused by climate, by the fact that it is extremely dry.
And I love my girl Jasmine Crockett. She laid it out, let him know, basically saying that, you know, you need to cut out this narrative. You know, y'all are only focused on thinking that white men are the only ones that's qualified to do anything, and explain what DEI really does. It's really just opening the door, saying, here, look at this set of people that are qualified as well, and not only look at the white man, how it's been in America for a long time. So the part when Jasmine Crockett said, if we are good enough to build this country, if we are good enough to serve and die overseas, then we are good enough to be in other areas of life in public service. If somebody chooses to go into public service, whether it be serving as a police, a fireman, fire chief, and sitting in Congress, we are good enough to be in all of these areas. And that you need to stop acting like white men are the only ones that are capable to do anything in this life, because that is absolutely false. Black people can be qualified, and I'm gonna throw my personal opinion. We might be better qualified than a lot of y'all. So it's this racist mindset that y'all will not get out of y'all head, and y'all are the only ones thinking y'all not racist. Y'all are racist when you come fighting against everything that's supposed to help the African Americans, black people in America, because we have been the ones that have been discriminated against time and time again. We have been the ones at the bottom of the totem pole. And then don't even get started on how black women are treated. They treated the worst. That at a time that people are struggling, suffering, losing their lives, you choose to talk about DEI and if somebody is qualified. Man, get out of here with that. It's just time out for this racism. It really is. But they just don't realize how racist they are being. They think that the racism is happening to them, and that's why they are fighting so hard against DEI, against anything that's going to pertain to black people. Because when you say DEI, that's automatically associated with black people to them. Let's get out of this racist mindset and understand that black people can be diverse, be qualified at the same time. I don't understand how their mind is working. And I don't think I will ever understand. It seems that no matter how many times we put it in their face, they just don't get it. And when Jasmine was chewing him up, he's sitting there looking like a kid that just, like he said, like, you know, he being punished. Because he know that was some stupid stuff to say. So insensitive to them people that's dealing with that situation out there. And I just don't even know how DEI correlates with this situation. I can't think of the name right now, but there was another news anchor that had showed the pictures of the LA fire leaders, and they were 3 women, one of them being a person of color, and they're women. He automatically went to the DEI narrative saying that he hopes that they're qualified.
So who else is running things? This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the leadership of the LA Fire Department. I sure hope they know what they're doing.
It's just like when Charlie Kirk said that about black pilots. If I see a black pilot on the plane, the first thing goes through my mind is, oh God, I wonder if they're qualified. This is ridiculous. Anything that pertains to black people, in their mind, we are not qualified to do anything. Again, when it comes to DEI, I say this in every video. What skill, what merit, what qualification can we show that's going to counteract this black skin we're in if the person does not like black people? Y'all always want to holler about it needs to be about merit, it needs to be about qualifications, skill sets. But if the person does not like black people, there is nothing that we can show that's going to make us qualify for that job. So y'all need to get it through y'all thick skulls that DEI is needed. Y'all are not the only ones out here that are qualified. Black people are qualified. Mexicans are qualified. Women are qualified. The reason they're fighting against it so hard is because they want that white power back on top. They want that white power back on top to oppress everybody because they feel that they are better than everybody. And MAGA's not doing nothing but bringing it all to light. Trump just bringing it all to the forefront, making them feel safe to come right on out with these racist mindsets. They really want to go back to the time, I'm going to say even of slavery, when they had full control over black people. So y'all check out my girl Jasmine Crockett, one of the Avengers of the House, checking Scott Jennings on the Abby Phillips CNN discussion. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Peace.
Have impacts on real people's lives.
And they signal priorities, because also in California, you might have recall a news story from last year. There was some interest in the fire departments and the firefighters in California, and the interest was that there were too many white men who were firefighters, and we need to have a program in California to make sure we don't have enough white men as firefighters. So we have DEI, we have budget cuts, and yet I'm wondering now, if your house was burning down, how much do you care what color the firefighters are?
You can respond, and then
Listen, I am so tired. You know what? There was an article that just came out that said that actually the most educated demographic in this country right now is black women. So let me be clear. Because you are a woman, or because I know that some of the right has been sharing these photos of the fact that I believe that the fire chief may be a woman or something, that has nothing to do with it. We are looking at qualifications. What diversity, equity, and inclusion has always been about is saying, you know what? Open this up. Don't just look at the white men. Open it up and recognize that other people can be qualified. And the fact that we want to, at a time when people are dying, decide that a country of immigrants is failing, or people are dying because the same very people that built this country, because the last time I checked, y'all didn't say that anything was wrong with the White House, and I can promise you it was my ancestors that built the White House. So listen, if we have been good enough to build this country, we are good enough to serve and die overseas, we are good enough to serve in other ways. And the fact that people actually decide that they want to engage in public service, whether it's sitting in Congress or whether it's serving on the fire department or the police department, should not be an issue. The fact is, stop trying to act as if only white men are the ones that are capable. Because right now you're sitting at a table with 3 very capable black women.
I'm not. I'm just simply saying that as a matter of public policy in California, the main interest in the fire department lately has been in DEI programming and budget cuts, and now we have this massive fire.
Are we really? But Scott, are we really blaming the fire department? The people in the LA fire department.
No, I'm blaming the Democrats who run the state.
No. But the fire department right now, they are dealing with a historic fire. Okay,
and they have terrible leadership.
That is caused by climate, by the fact that it is extremely dry in the state of California, and they are fighting it in tropical force winds in that state. So how is it anything to do with DEI? How is it anything to do with the fire department at all? They are doing their very best, as far as I know.
The fire department is not doing a good job. What, is it the water that's the problem? It's the fire department is the problem? Is it a $17 million budget cut to an $800 million budget? I don't think that those are the issues that have caused this horrendous fire. Right. And to bring DEI into this so early, I mean, how long have we been talking and you already came in with the DEI? Oh my God, you didn't even give us.
I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't want, if I were trying to defend California Democrats, I wouldn't want to hear me talk about it either. But the fact is, this has been mismanaged from a public policy perspective from top to bottom.
I don't think this is about California Democrats, but I do think, to the Congresswoman's point, it's very telling that whenever you're talking about a woman, the fire chief being a woman or the mayor being a woman, it's always DEI. Why does DEI not ever come into play when you're talking about a white man?